you don't know how to make
Never
it.
before have we hosted a mayoral candidate that's actually here to answer our questions, actually here to eat with us, talk with us, dine with us, listen to our concerns. So you understand what this means, and I hope we go away from this and like you said, be part of the process. Promote it in your church, in your schools, wherever you are. Advocate for this man. This is the man we need in office. This is the man that understands who we are. This is the man that embraces Africa, and we embrace him. So let's do what we have to do. Thank you so much. In the spirit of my brother Jonathan, I just want to say thank you all for being here. Everyone, most of you all know Jonathan very well, and he would love. He's watching us right now, and I know he's in love with what we're doing. So we always must honor him. Thank you.
Now, group yourself.
Hi, I'm Donatella C., part of the dynamic duo that hosts Journeys from Lagos to Brooklyn. You can catch us every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube.
What's up, party people? This is Joseph Carter, coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York, with our show Journeys from Lagos to Brooklyn. Welcome, my people. Welcome to the show. We are doing a little 3-minute section of our operation, being that we are the producer, director,
And participator.
So we gotta, go on Facebook to make sure you hear me. Last time, I think I was on the whole time everybody heard me. So we're trying to correct that. So if you can hear me loud and clear, just shoot in the comments that you can hear me. And
So that would be.
I see you. How you doing?
Let's see. Let me see if I can get on Facebook here and go to your Facebook page. Yeah, but the Instagram, I can't figure out how to make it where it looks a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit better. Having a bad hair day. Let's see.
So what's up, Donald? Your day, I see you very excited. You got your BMW fixed.
Well,
No charge.
well, it's on its way. I know it's on its way. It's on its way to being repaired. I think
Tell us about the process. What happened?
so.
A 2-minute recap. One for 30 minutes. Recap.
So in a 2-minute summary, I purchased a brand new car in 2014. First month of having it, it was in the shop for I guess about 27 days, right? Because of my convertible roof. Since then, it's been in the shop this would make the 18th time. So my convertible top has stopped working more than 18 times. And sometimes I'm driving, it pops up. I have it down, it starts raining. And so what initially happened is that I went to BMW Freeport. And I think I'm just a lucky person usually. So imagine my regular service agent, he quit. He no longer works there anymore. I don't know if he retired or what happened exactly, but he's no longer there. And my new service agent actually recognized my vehicle from when I purchased it in 2014. He was employed by BMW BMW Bayside. So I wrote a couple of emails, and initially, it's been there for about a week already. And he said, hey, I talked to the people at B and I worked out a price for you. And so I was like, a price? My Aries antenna stood up and said, in the nicest way, I don't intend to pay for this car at all. My car was in the service center for about 10 months in 2019 into 2000 during 2020, right? So, he told me I've done the best that I can do, but it's the higher ups. And I don't know if you know, but I'm a very good writer, very persuasive. I've got great adjectives. And so yesterday, after posting on my Facebook, talking on my Snapchat, and really telling them, I haven't gone to my Instagram yet. I'm excited. I'm almost at 13,000 followers on Instagram. I know. I'm a little micro influencer. But he called yesterday and he said, "Hey, guess what? Um, we're gonna. I ordered the parts. Stay in the loaner for another week. I promise you won't be in there for 10 months again." I have not. It's been 3 summers since I could drive my car with the top down. So
Well, congratulations.
yeah, I'm excited. I,
Today, you notice I've just been a little off with,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
this whole pandemic, it's relentless. It comes at you so many different ways.
This is true.
And my challenge now is just staffing. Like, it's just so hard to maintain an adequate staff to serve the public.
The turnover rate.
Everyone wants to blame it on the extra money out there in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
People get unemployment, but it's outside of that. It's just really hard to find good people. You can find people anywhere, but a company is only as good as the people that work there.
Absolutely.
And in this kind of company, I think you have to have people that reflect the views, the values, principles that you kind of set forth. So you have to find competent people that understand what you're trying to do and are agreeable or can even execute that plan. So it's challenging, especially, we have Mother's Day coming up.
Big weekend.
So I've already told my wife, hey, listen, we're going to be working. On Sunday, I apologize. I'm taking another vacation.
It's Mother's Day for Max every day, though.
It's looking like, we're going to be busting tables,
This weekend.
So, customers want to make sure they get the best service, of course. I think Ty thinks he's on the live with us.
Yeah, I don't know, Ty. But Bub wants to know if you're on the live with us also.
Yeah. Can you keep it down a little bit?
You have such a nice heavy voice.
Yes. So, so that's what was on my mind. Just trying to figure out the weekend is coming. It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Well, your weekend really starts today, though, at Almarachi.
Gotta prep, gotta get ready, gotta order the products. I want to do something different a little bit. I always try to do something different, something every year. Okay, because we have a good amount of people that keep supporting us. So
right.
I don't want to give them the same experience every time. I try to do something different every time. So
well, I think that's very admirable of you because a lot of people don't care.
I don't think it's that they don't care. They just maybe don't have as good of an imagination as I do.
The businesses,
Yeah.
I think they don't see the importance.
Listen, everybody's doing it for different things. I've always been. This business has always been more than just selling food. So this is actually a political.
Your camera.
Yeah, I got to talk to
Well, I want people to see how attractive my partner is.
Like I said, being a director producer, my friends like working overtime.
Yes.
So, what was I saying?
Well, we're talking about how you don't think other restaurants are as creative, maybe.
No,
And I'm saying I don't think they have the importance in it.
I just, like I said, we're more of a political, social, restaurant than socially conscious restaurant than I think most. I think it matters to us, what the message we're saying, the music we're playing,
Right.
the people we're hosting, the kind of events we have. I like to think of ourselves as progressive Africans. People
Okay.
that want to do the best for Africa and Africans.
Right.
and want to represent ourselves in a very respectful, very modern, um, wonderful fashion. So, do other people do that? I don't know. But that's what I want to do. And that's what we've been able to do, and that's what we're going to continue to do. I tell people, we're bringing Amarachi Travel along too. We're going to be soon offering travel packages to Nigeria. So you can't just you can dine here, you can hang out here, and also you can travel with us soon. So
That's right. You guys can travel with us because I am part of that
part
us.
of that. So
There's no dating included in that traveling, just so you know.
we hope you bring your own thing.
Yes, bring your own sand to the beach, or don't. But just understand, yeah, there's plenty of beautiful people.
A friend of mine was asking me, we're having a serious conversation because they were looking to relocate to another country. And I said, hey, listen, have you really looked at Africa? Have you looked at Nigeria? And they really had it. They were like, what, how, the language, what's up with the language? I said, well, due to colonialism,
Yeah, there's English.
it's English. English is the national language.
Absolutely.
Most Nigerians can speak English, or because we call it broken.
Mm-hmm.
And if it only takes you 2 seconds to learn broken, broken English, that is.
Right.
And you'll be fine. You very rarely you stuck somewhere in Nigeria where no one speaks. It's not like you're going to Mexico and you're in the middle of Mexico City where no one speaks English.
Absolutely.
Nigeria, everyone pretty much speaks from when you're kindergarten all the way up.
And I think people also forget that during the pandemic, we learned that out of the 100% of doctors who specialized in the type of treatment we needed in order to fight corona, in the minority amount, they were Nigerian. So I think it was 77% of the doctors in the United States that we needed are of Nigerian descent. So a lot of people don't know about the education.
The doctors that did what?
So during the pandemic, right? Remember around January, February, the former president had retracted the ability for Nigerians to come into the United States, right? And then once the pandemic started, we were shorthanded of doctors that specialized. And I don't remember if it was cardiac or what the type of doctor was, respiratory doctors, but whatever it was, when we needed more doctors, they said out of the, it was a coverage on like NBC News, a whole bunch of them, where they talked about the irony that the majority of minority doctors in the United States, the highest, most achieved scholastically, are Nigerians.
And I also mentioned that when I was talking to my friend about, because the next question was, okay, education. I said, well, go to any hospital.
Absolutely.
You see nothing but Nigerians occupying
Well,
positions of power.
and I think that's because as in my generation as kids, the only thing that I saw represented on TV that kind of looked like Africa was UNICEF commercials and them showing starving children. Oh, of course, and I realized that.
They don't want you.
Yeah, I realized that after traveling. Yeah, but I think United States does that about a lot of cultures, because for me growing up, I mean, I grew up in Columbia, Maryland, so which is like a little utopia. So I had a lot of Asian friends, but all I really knew about the culture was, the karate movies that came on and things of that nature, until I traveled to Asia and I saw just how wealthy some areas are. Like Hong Kong looks like Fifth Avenue. Yeah. Well, my mother made sure we were worldly in that manner.
So this to say, we're going to continue being progressive, and we're going to continue growing. And we think really, 10, 20 years from now, Africa is going to be really in a good position
Hi, Iceberg.
to offer many people not only a place to live, a place to retire, a place to do business, a place to make money, And the best part of it is that you'll be a first class citizen. Whether we admit it or not, in this country, they treat us like we're second class.
Right.
You're not going to get that in Africa.
No, and I can speak to it, and it's not just it's not just because I was a woman. Yeah.
You are welcome there. They're excited to see you.
Yeah.
They're excited to have you. They're excited to hear what you have to say. You're going to find that. So I think as more people begin to travel and experience that,
Mhm.
I would love to, in our next couple of shows, I know some friends that traveled abroad recently. I would see if they can come on and tell us about their recent experience.
Yeah. Well,
That was fantastic.
yeah. No, and definitely for me, I say for any woman who is doubting her self-esteem, all you need is one trip to Nigeria, and instantly, you will find that. Hi, how are you? I'm good. You'll find lots of suitors who are there to tell you how beautiful you are and what a pleasure it is to meet you. And just be careful, don't get caught up. You'll end up with like 2 or 3 husbands.
That's what there will be a lot of students.
Yes. And men, this isn't one-sided, but I don't date women. There are a lot of very beautiful women in Nigeria. Saw lots of tiny waists and curves,
Shapely.
shapely women. Yes, absolutely.
And they have huge appetites.
Yes, they like to eat just like me.
They eat. Yeah, not shy. Women are not shy about eating.
Yeah.
Nice food.
I found the Nigerian women were not shy about a lot of things.
Yes, that is true. So what else is going on?
Oh.
So we still do.
Yes,
Yes.
once a week. Thank you.
So we're still doing COVID.
Yes, we are.
New York City is fully opening May 19th.
Is it May 19th? I thought it was supposed to be July.
Well, this is part of what we're talking about. The governor is saying May 19th.
I'm terrified.
The mayor is saying
July. And the governor, even though it's opening either May 19th or July, Broadway doesn't open until September.
Yeah.
But the tickets are going on sale now.
The thing about Broadway, they're telling us that Broadway is telling them they will be ready
Until September. And I'm the person on
they
here.
said that the smaller outfits that are ready to go live will be able to go live.
Yeah. And there's also that caveat that those smaller venues, or let's even say like the Barclays Center or Madison Square Garden, are going to go live with the intent to have you use an app to verify whether or not you've been vaccinated and how recently you've had a COVID test. You've got to share all the news. You've got to share all the news. You can show a video if you want to. I'm already vaccinated. I'm already vaccinated. Show whatever you want to show. I'm just letting you guys know, you Knicks fans, you Nets fans, you are not going to be able to get into the stadium if you have not been vaccinated. Hello.
You think so?
Well, they've already created the app. The app is out. The app that tracks all of your COVID shots. Well, not COVID shots. Let me say that correctly. All of your COVID tests, whether you're negative or positive, and if you're vaccinated.
I'm gonna give you a little secret. A major part of this country are right-wing Republicans
I get it.
who are not going to get vaccinated.
I hear you.
And I guarantee you,
Tag me on My Hungry World.
they will make sure that they will take care of everything.
I hear you. My Hungry World
I don't care.
and Dine
I
Amarachi.
don't care about going to the game and all that. So
Well, you don't. Yeah, you
it
don't
doesn't
care.
matter to me.
You don't
But for the
care.
people that it matters to, they're going to fight you too good.
And they can fight. They can fight. But here's what's going to happen, right? So let's say everything is opening up May 19th. Now, don't get me wrong. I've taken my flight to Florida. I was terrified. I had on like 3 masks. I had my face mask on. I had my face shield, which is in my
What's
car.
the first thing you do when you get started? You see that big bar and no one has masks on.
No, and no, not true. So there are some people who wear masks and there are some people who weren't. But for me, I went to visit my parents, so I was really, really nervous and upset about the amount of people who don't wear masks. It's true. But then you have some who do, just like here in New York. If you walk outside, if you drive through Brooklyn, the amount of people who look like me who are not wearing a mask.
But look,
It's so frustrating.
They lifted the mask mandate, so you can't be upset.
When was the I wasn't here.
You can't be upset
When did they lift the mask mandate?
They just say if you have your vaccine, you can walk around without.
Yeah, but these people that are walking around without masks, I have asked them. I have asked them. I have asked. I have asked. I have asked. Absolutely. If you're in my breathing space, have you been vaccinated? So a friend of mine in a chat said that she. Yes. If you want to breathe in my direction, absolutely.
What if they don't want to breathe? They just walk down the street living their lives.
Well, if they're not breathing, then they're dead. No, if listen, if they're walking across the street without a mask, and if they stand close enough, if they stand close, no, if you're just because you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. As long as you stay 6 feet away from me. No, if you're in my personal space, if you want to walk around killing, if you want to walk around killing all the old people, all the people with underlying issues, go ahead and kill off the whole world. Go ahead and kill off the whole world. Just don't kill me. It's a fact. But it's a fact. There. Wait a minute. What's the last amount? What is the most recent? What is the most recent number of people vaccinated in the United States? Well over 1 million, right? No, but you're saying no one's going to believe it. There are people who believe.
No, there are people that will never get vaccinated.
And that's fine.
So
and they won't go in, and they won't go inside the Barclays Center. And they won't go inside the Barclays Center, as it's stated now. That's fine. That's fine.
We got our big screen TV.
Do you know that they said that restaurants and museums are supposed to? They're looking at making sure that's implemented as well. Yeah, they said the same thing. They said venues in New York City, which accommodate a lot of people. They didn't even say the number. They're looking at implementing a process where people will have to verify if they're vaccinated or not. So I'm just talking about civil duties. Whether you want to do something, you don't have to. You did. You just didn't read it. Yes, you did. Okay. Like a 3-year-old. No, not yet. You're also not mandated to use the app, but they're talking about it. And that's all I said.
We can talk all day about it.
That's all I said. That is all I said.
And I told you, this is gonna go but so far because you have people that will not allow this.
That's fine. And then you have another set of people. You have another set of people who can afford not to be vaccinated, who will find a way. It's going to open up a whole black market for people who build apps to be able to give fraudulent documentation. There's a whole nother revenue stream that's going to come out of it. I think this young man wants to talk to you. And that's fine. But so for me, you guys, you don't have to be vaccinated if you don't want to. But if you want to take me out on a date and sit across the table from me, I need to know that you've had a COVID test, you've tested negative, and you've been vaccinated. And God forbid, if you want to have some type of intimate relationship, I'm not kissing anyone who can't show evidence that they have had a recent COVID test, tested negative, and you are fully vaccinated. And when I say fully, I'm not talking about those half-steppers who went and took one vaccination shot, and then when the news came, I'm not dissing anything. I'm just making a statement. There are billions of people on the planet.
They didn't like it.
No, statistically, what it looks like. No, statistically, what it looks like. A lot of first-time vaccine participants didn't go back to their second shot after Johnson & Johnson was pulled from the market.
But Johnson & Johnson has nothing to do with that. That logic makes zero sense.
No, it does. It does.
Is a one-time vaccine.
No, you're not listening to what I said.
Okay, go ahead.
I said there's a large amount of people who had taken their first shot. And after the news came out about Johnson & Johnson and being pulled from the market, those people who were scheduled to go get their second vaccine shot around that time, a lot did not show up for the second shot.
Johnson & Johnson how come they
No,
didn't
no,
go
but do you remember what the specifics were to the reapproval? The reapproval said, okay, it basically said, okay, yeah, now we know the side effects, and when you look at the millions of people who took the shot and didn't die, that small amount of people who did, it's kind of okay. It's still very safe.
That's always been the argument.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. Why did people go back to getting vaccinated?
Well, I
They
mean,
knew that before they got vaccinated.
it's like saying, I'm interested in eating this pepper, right? I don't know what the pepper tastes like. I'm gonna go buy the pepper. Now I see some other people come and eat the pepper and they start choking to death. Maybe I'm not gonna go back and get any more pepper, even though the first pepper didn't kill me. It's just a choice. And while you still have a choice, they just shared the statistics of people who did not go back for their second shot.
You call them half steps.
Yeah, because they did half. They did half of the step.
That's a derogatory term.
It still literally is correct.
Why you
Because they took half a step. That's like saying it takes 2 steps to get here. You take 1 step, you're a half stepper because you didn't go here. It's factual.
See, that's the problem, man. Just because y'all did it, y'all wear this badge.
This not a badge. It's not a badge.
It's not right.
But it's a fact.
Take it. Nobody's stopping you. But
Yeah.
just don't shit on people that are not doing it. Leave them alone.
So Kofi says, hi, bub. And I get it. A lot of people don't want to be asked whether or not they've had their vaccine shot. And I think as long as you are in your personal space, you shouldn't have to share that information. But if you were to walk into this restaurant now and say, hey, I want to sit at the table with you, I should be able to ask you. Well, no. So, you've never been out with me. People try to sit at the table with me all the time, sir. Just so you know, all the time. Yeah, they absolutely do. You're married. You don't know what happens when you're out as a single person.
Okay, I have a menu too, and I know random ass people don't just go sit with people that sit by themselves.
Are you kidding me?
Not here.
They absolutely do. Not during the pandemic, but they absolutely do. They do too. How do you know? Are you a random single person? You guys don't listen to him. He has no idea what single people do. And dare I say some of you married people do it too.
And go sit next to them.
They absolutely do. Maybe those people are unattractive. Maybe they have no charisma.
Now you call my customers unattractive.
Well, I'm saying the ones who don't get set with. Perhaps it happens to me all the time. That's just all I'm saying.
Okay, so it happens to you,
And that's all I'm talking about. No, it's
but
just
they don't happen. That's all. They don't happen.
you guys. Okay. You guys who are on the lives. No, you guys who are on the live. Have you ever been in a restaurant, bar, or club sitting by yourself and someone come up and ask if they can join your table or sit at your seat? Now, pre-pandemic, I'm sure it happens to people all the time. Well, I mean, I don't see anyone on the Facebook chat. Period. But well, there are people in the Instagram. And maybe you guys are just not, you don't have an inviting persona.
You can't do that.
I think it happened. Okay, so we got on Instagram, a gentleman says, I think it happens more to women than it does women. Hey, Life with Emmanuel, how are you? So he's saying he thinks it happens more to women. And probably it does. But men, it depends on what you look like. Of course they are. I have a friend, her name is Simba. She would sit down with any man. Walk right up to his table and sit down if she wants to. And be careful what you say because she's in town. She may be listening and she may come up here if she don't like what you say. Hey, you guys on Instagram. I apologize that you're having to turn your device landscape to view us, but
we appreciate it.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
It is my fault completely because
This-
my phone cannot stand up vertically.
Yes.
So I only have a horizontal situation.
So
And you've been harping on me getting on Instagram, so I
yeah,
want to keep
baby
pressing you.
steps.
So
Yes,
we
baby
on
steps.
Instagram now.
We're on Instagram. We are, and we're on Facebook Live, and we're on YouTube. We're on.
And we're supposed to be on Roku, but it's my fault. I still just
That's okay.
finish the paperwork, and you'll be able to sit on your couch, turn on your TV, and watch us blabber.
Who's Ski Boo? Is that your name?
Ski Boo?
Yeah.
I don't know
Somebody
if
said
it's
hi,
Ski Boo.
Ski Boo. SKBOII.
I don't know about Ski Boo. I
That's
call
that's
him out.
life with Emmanuel.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't turn sideways to read. It's making my neck hurt.
All right, so we're off the vaccines.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about now? Oh, can we talk about our mayoral candidate today?
What do you want to talk about?
There's only one candidate that matters to
Mr.
me.
Eric Adams?
Yes, Eric Adams. I saw you last night.
Yes, we are officially on Eric Adams bandwagon.
Yes,
We're on
absolutely,
the team.
absolutely.
We like him a whole lot.
Yep. And great history.
Should I play my video one more time?
Yes, no, play
Instagram
it.
people can't see it.
Yeah, that's fine. Instagram people, we're gonna tell you what we're going to play. For those of you who are locked in with us live on Facebook, on Instagram. Well, no, not Instagram. On YouTube, we're gonna play a video for you. Can you play the video, please? Please.
Never before have we hosted a mayoral candidate that's actually here to answer our questions, actually here to eat with us, talk with us, dine with us, listen to our concerns. So you understand what this means, and I hope we go away from this and like you said, be part of the process. Promote it in your church, in your schools, wherever you are. Advocate for this man. This is the man we need in office. This is the man that understands who we are. This is the man that embraces Africa, and we embrace him. So let's do what we have to do. Thank you so much. In the spirit of my brother Jonathan, I just want to say thank you all for being here. Everyone, most of you all know Jonathan very well, and he would love. He's watching us right now, and I know he's in love with what we're doing. So we always must honor him. Thank you.
Now, group yourself before you leave.
Doing a press conference to announce this program of getting
175.
families.
And I think that should be easy to do.
Think about it. When was the last time a mayoral candidate came into Amarachi and spoke to you, shook your hand,
And he is everywhere.
and took questions?
But and that's
answered all the questions.
But that's who he was as a Brooklyn Borough president. That's who he was as a captain of the NYPD. That's who he was when he originated 100 Black Men in law enforcement. I have been a fan of.
There's no one qualified like him.
Yeah, no. Even the other candidate kind of looks like him that's running, who's an amazing businessman. But you know what? I went to, and I'm not gonna say.
He doesn't know. I don't see me in that guy. I see me in him.
Well, you know what's interesting? I checked out his platform. It's always good to kind of look and see who else is out there. And when I went to his website, the first image of him that comes up, he's sitting with Puffy, Jay-Z, and I think the other person, I want to say it was Nas, but maybe it wasn't. And that to me was a specific demographic grab.
Exactly.
It was a way to show, hey, I'm a big corporate businessman, but guess what? I can talk that talk in the hood as well.
For my thing, though, I have a problem with Black folks that are not embracing Africans and Caribbeans. People that descended. So it's like we're the Black guy, and we're gonna ignore everyone else. And like I said, to me, Brother Eric reaches out the whole diaspora.
Well, he does. So last night I saw him on Nuove. He spoke to Latinos last night and did a very good job. A very good job.
So I like people like that. I don't like people that are they're gonna just ignore us and act like we're not part of the process.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Brother Jerry.
Hi, Brother Jerry. Good. Well,
Brother Jerry, the president of the council we spoke of.
oh, awesome.
Great man. Great leader. So, so I need my candidate to reflect all of this.
Well, and let's be clear. Let's be clear. Just because I'm saying that on his home page he has minority male rappers and R&B singers, I'm not saying that he hasn't connected with the Caribbean or the no, but we need to say that or the African diaspora. Just because I didn't see the representation in the first quarter of the page.
And my perception is my reality.
No, yeah, but you haven't even been to the page.
I'm seeing
And I didn't scroll to the bottom. Oh.
I don't see anything that's speaking to me
Yeah.
as an African American.
Right. No, I get it. And I think there were approximately 7 candidates. Would you like to show? Oh, you want to join?
Okay.
Okay. If you what could have been cool. You could have actually but the people who are on live wouldn't see it. He could have joined our
Yes,
Instagram live.
We could bring Jerry on. I should bring him on before we get off.
Yeah.
Talk about where's we don't have our assistant. Where's our imaginary assistant? We'll set
So
Jerry up
someone said all skin folk ain't kin folk.
That is true.
And it is true, but again, I think New York City mayoral election is running pretty clean. I haven't seen any kind of smear tactics or low blows or things of that nature. Yeah, but
Look,
I
want to win. I want black folks to win. Like I want us to win, and we only win when we come together.
True.
We win when, just like me and you, we disagree on everything. But we come together and we come together to win.
As long as I don't try to hand you a Bible.
And a vaccine.
Very true.
But we have to recognize the diversity in our community amongst ourselves and embrace it, not use it as a thing to continue to divide. And some people just latched onto this divisive, negative, nasty movement, ADOS, that is dysfunctional. So I got to speak out on it.
No, I get it, and as you should. But again, for those who I think, if you're going to vote, every person, every New York City citizen who's capable of voting should do their own research, take a look at all the candidates, see who speaks to you the most, who's going to champion your initiatives, the things that are going to help you in education and homelessness. Oh my goodness, employment, right? What are their stance? The PPP and all those things is ending very soon. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know, PPP was put on hold yesterday.
Yeah, and they ran out of money.
Yeah, and you know why they ran? They ran.
Really what they're doing is shifting the money. They're shifting the money from the PPP, and they're putting that money
into the shelter,
into the shelter program. They also putting it into the home program, the EIDR, and they're putting it into the restaurant revitalization program.
I think that's part of it. But in the last, if you pay attention, so the federal government has now started tracking down these fraudsters. So either yesterday or the day before, there was a huge arrest in Philly of 121 people who perpetrating fraud on PPP. And now they've escalated like they always do and offered huge rewards for people who turn people in. And on Instagram, you're now seeing a lot of the influencers in different demographics start to make memes and jokes about all the people who balled out last year, hope they kept stash so they can get themselves out of jail. And I think one of the penalties is they're giving people an opportunity to pay the money back first. But of course, there has huge fines. So
the whole system is just crazy. It's broken, and we just have to be careful. When these programs launch, it's really not. You can't have it both ways. You can't have a cash business where you're paying your employees, everybody under the table, and PPP comes out, and all of a sudden now you want to get paid. You just can't have it both ways.
Well, it wasn't both ways. So to be clear, as long as I've lived in Brooklyn, they're towing cars outside. Where's that part? I see tow trucks. to be clear, I think what happened during the pandemic for myself and for a lot of people who had home-based businesses or hustles on the side, a lot of and restaurant owners, especially in the Flatbush area, from what I have experienced with, didn't realize what they were doing to themselves all these years with these cash employees until it came time for the pandemic, and you realize people are not qualifying for unemployment, people are not able to get health insurance, and then you as a business owner are not able to get your PPP. But even worse, culturally, a lot of us are not taught the importance of good credit. So remember that first round of the SBA loans, minority owned businesses weren't able to qualify for the SBA loans because they had poor credit. And a vast majority of people don't even know that there's personal credit and then there's business credit that you build for your business, which is a separate entity.
And a lot of the also problem is that we don't have anyone lobbying and campaigning for us. You know, if we know we have a specific problem in the inner city or with minority-owned businesses, even though there's a pandemic, we should still address it. Like when they did a moratorium on housing and whether you have good credit, bad credit, everyone had a blanket. So it should apply also.
But remember they did have a panel, but that panel wasn't sufficient.
They should still have the lobbyists, the people that are fighting should have money set aside for people who don't qualify for PPP, because you can't have it where people are told not to work, not to do this, not to, and still can't get money.
Well,
that's unfair.
Yeah,
so you're forcing these people to kind of, you know what I'm saying? You're forcing them to break the law to get some money to survive. Now, other people went overboard.
Like the young man, the young man who bought the Ferrari, and I mean, there's always extremists, but it also helped a lot of people, and it also was interesting to see what industries flourish, because the owner of Amazon, he went straight to the moon and back during the pandemic.
There are very few. I mean, who was really open? It was Amazon, Costco, Walmart.
BK Lobster did very well during the pandemic as well. They did. They did. I spoke to them. They're a franchise business.
I don't like getting into stuff.
Like what? If you open a franchise, you open a franchise. I'm not talking about anything other than that.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what I know.
You don't know what they claim on their tax. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, we're not talking about taxes. If you stand on your platform and you say I was very successful during the pandemic, I opened up X amount of franchises in multiple states, that is a statement that's factual that comes from you. I don't go home with you at night. I don't check your direct deposit. There you go. I'm not saying anything else. So we have some comments. There is a Pana Trini 69. When we're talking about the mayoral candidates, she says it's too soon before the primary for her to make a decision. But as we get closer to the primary, and I disagree with that. This is the time when you're supposed to be picking your candidate and you're paying attention to what he or she is saying, and you're reaching out to them to find out how they're going to help you.
Black folks love playing by narrative. You know, we get these keywords, we get these movements, and we listen. Everyone else, you think how many people in the Asian community are not going to vote for Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
Whether he says.
Well, Andrew Yang, I like Andrew Yang as well, though.
Like, let's stop fooling ourselves. Like, why we play this game of, I haven't made my decision yet. I gotta see. But
this person is speaking. She probably hasn't.
I'm not talking about this person in particular. I'm just saying this whole. I haven't made up my mind. I'm gonna listen. Listen, let's get our people in office. You want change. You want police shootings. You want them to be held accountable. You want a real change. You better put our people in government.
But you can't just put our people. It's like you can't just put our people. No, you have to pay attention. That's different. When I don't know if you mean, but I don't know if you're saying our people like pigmented or our people, as in take the time, look at the candidate,
But
figure
Eric
out.
has that.
Yeah, he does, but there's more than one person of color running in the race. You just got to be clear. Thank you on Facebook. Comments are coming in saying good conversation. It's great.
Like I said, I just think that we need to support our women. We need to stop being so,
Uh-oh.
I don't know the word I'm looking for.
I'm
but
gonna have to move my car.
I think we need to be a little bit more forceful and less patient.
I'm gonna need you to hold the court down because I need to move my car because the big post office truck is trying to come through. It can't.
Okay. So, me 101. So back to politics. Like I said, I think we as people, we play too fair sometimes. I think we should elect candidates that represent our the black community, and not be so swayed by politicians being politicians. You're going to hear a lot of football stuff on their commercials. You're going to hear a lot of lies on their commercials. Don't fall for any of them. Find your candidate, support him. Hopefully, he looks like us. Hopefully, we have someone in there that represents our interests. And if they don't look like us, now you find some liberals that are trying to have the conversation, are trying to understand. Support those people too. Support those people. It's beyond color. It's about values. It's about your community. It's about who's supporting you, who's looking out for you. Who cares that your kids are being targeted? Who's embarrassed at white supremacy and who's not? So we have no time to put people in that don't understand what's going on or going to act like they're not really sure what's going on. That time has passed. We don't have time to wait. We don't have time to fool around with this process anymore. So let's be a little bit more forceful and more organized and take our votes to make them count and put people in there that will bring the change we want. You see, with the elected officials we have, Ayanna Presley, Ellen Omar, you see what these sisters are doing in Congress. They're bringing change because they're not playing. When you get rid of the jokers, when you get rid of guys who just joking around, we have people in there really. That's sister from Ferguson, Missouri, that's in there now. I forget her name, but she's on fire.
Oh, the young lady who's the first,
she's not playing. That's the kind of people we need. And I don't need anybody telling me we need to really research. No, you see what she's about. Let's get.
But that is research. You've listened to her long enough to be able to understand she's speaking your talk. But that's still research. Instead of walking in and just picking whoever is brown.
Let's not make it more difficult than it needs to be.
Hey, that's what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, what is this, Bob? What is this?
Breeze on the road, man.
Oh man.
This new person.
Let me show you. Yes, let me show everybody.
Whatever hours every day is just
it I have never had anything that is so rich in color as a cocktail, except for the Legos punch, but it's usually red. And when she comes back out, you guys, I'm gonna ask her what this is.
When it comes to like being happy with, employee, she makes me.
Yeah, I like her.
She makes me so happy. She makes me so proud.
Yeah, Bree is really nice.
And that's all you can ask for, And she's young. She's doing it all the right way. She's gonna have an amazing future. Wherever this leads to.
Yeah, she's super polite.
She's not cheating the system. She's doing everything the right way.
So, and I'm a little hurt because I want to take a picture of my cocktail because it's so nice. But I'm on Facebook Live, and I feel like I'm about to come off for a second so that I can capture my color. I'm gonna have you. I love this. I'll let you take that out, and then I want to find out what it is.
I got it. There it goes.
Huh?
It's not short. You can drink. You good.
I know.
They
Well,
gotta come get it
you guys, this is just my ploy to have a second one. And look, it looks so nice up against my nails.
I'm really hungry. Like, I really want
Me
to
too.
eat.
Well, I snuck and told them I want some beef suya and bub rub fries.
I don't know what I want to eat today. I want to eat something.
You know, this is really tasty. I don't taste any alcohol, which is a sign of an excellent mixologist. This is really good. Does this have a name, Brianna? A
You know,
twisted
let me just tell you,
blue
let me
Hawaiian.
just tell you how special she is. You know, she asked me today, she said, can I have some coffee? Can I make some coffee?
Coffee for herself?
For myself.
Oh, she asked.
You know,
Yes,
these
Bree.
people come in here
And make their
and
own.
drink like they own this joint.
I tell you all the time.
Like they own this joint.
But do you know why? To their defense, to their defense, Bub, to their defense, you run this business like a family. And when you run it like a family, people take liberties like a family. This is really good. This is really, really good. So, you know, we are filming live from Amarachi. So when you see us disappear from the camera, that's the reason. Hey. No, that's all right. Go ahead. Ah, thanks. Awesome. Well, he's AMARACHI. There's like 3 different programs, but we're on live. Yeah, but
right now we're broadcasting on Dine _
see, this is the great ambiance of being here. And I'm my hungry world. Have you relocated here, or are you still looking?
We were looking in comparison, but then my fiance we've been talking about moving for so long. We saw a couple places here.
I've got a good place for you. If you go on my page, send me a DM, and I'm gonna send you some places. Because I did a commercial for a building. It's probably like I posted it. The most recent 4 posts, you'll see it. Yes.
I can DM you in the Amarachi BK.
No, so I'm my hungry world. My hungry world. And if you just send me a DM so I know it's you. I was on live all night last night. I got 1,600 new followers last night.
What?
Yeah, like my hungry world. Yep. Oh, let me see. I can't see. That's fine. Yep.
You guys
Yeah,
like
that's
so
me. Gotta tell. We're having a love fest here in the restaurant right now, you guys. Don't be jealous. we're trying to get there. What was your first name? Raj. Donatella. Nice to meet you too.
See you soon, Raj. Thank you.
Bye. The other door, the other side. I know it's very tricky.
This is why we love what we do.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's organic. It's spontaneous. It's
Mm-hmm.
not perfect by any means, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, and you know what's
people and see that spark in them, that you just spark something in them.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Because you know
It
you're
is.
gonna take that spark and go spark somebody else.
Mm-hmm. He's showing his fiance, who has wonderful curly ombre hair. So they just picked up, they got their food to go, and look at the connections. And that's what New Yorkers don't do. You know, when you go somewhere new, have conversations, start dialogue. You never know who's in the room. Like all you people who are passing through the lives, every live that you pass through, you should already have a little demo for whatever it is you're promoting or whatever it is you're looking for, and you just drop it in the person's Instagram. Speaking of which, can I tell you a new feature that I have on Instagram?
Talk to me.
So all the platforms now they always have been competing with each other. But every time one platform comes out with one thing, something else comes out. So first of all, I think it started today because I just got the update. Twitter now has spaces. Like Instagram has rooms and Facebook has rooms. Twitter came out with Twitter Spaces. Well, for the last several weeks, Instagram has been encouraging me to monetize my account. So now when I go live, people can purchase a badge. And so the badge price ranges from 99 cents to 4.99. So while I'm on live, people can support my brand by buying the purchase. Now here's the caveat.
Instagram made any money out of that?
That's what I'm just going to say. I love how we compliment each other, right? So yeah, so the way it works, and I didn't read the details to see what percentage, but my account and other accounts may be different, only gets a monthly payout, right? So that's number one. In order to establish and become monetized, you have to be a business page, a business profile. You have to have an EIN. So it's like a real business. Like you can't wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm a business and let me create a business page. You have to be able to give them a physical email, physical address so they can mail out your tax forms, right? So, and you have to connect either a business bank account or PayPal to it. And I'm not sure if the PayPal has to be a business account, but they do take a portion of the money that you make, and I'm not sure what it is. Yeah.
Gamble with it all day long.
Well, and so that's the other part, right? So it's kind of like when you put your money in the bank and your money is sitting there, your money really isn't in your account. The bank is pulling it all over the place and playing with it and making money off your money. But I think it's really quite interesting, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to try it out, right? And I don't think it's available. Like I'm on a live with you right now, and I don't see the feature.
Yeah, there's more to be understood about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's cool and I'm a person, I'll probably just take a couple dollars of my own and have a friend come on my live because people are creatures of habit. People like to do what they see other people doing. So this is a seed for you guys. Invest in yourself. You know, collaborate with other people and have people come on and purchase a couple of badges so that people can see it. Because the first thing people are going to be like, wait, what is that? What's that popping up on the screen? How come you have that and I don't?
You know. Well, I just want to spend our last 5 minutes talking about Mother's Day.
Woo!
Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, God bless my mother where she is right now, and to all the mothers out there, we wish you a happy Mother's Day. God bless you.
Can't hear you. Volume's going low.
It's going low because I get sentimental.
I know.
I
know.
Name obviously is Amarachi. She created all this.
I know. There's pictures of your mom here. Is this her above me?
Yes, that is her. So I always, that's what I say, I always love to do something special for Mother's Day. Because if she was here, I thought we'd do something great with her.
Right.
So I just put that energy to the first time.
We're supposed to have good weather this weekend, I think.
Weather's going to be sucky ducky on Friday and Saturday, but Sunday looks like really beautiful.
And for those of you who don't know, make your reservations now on Open Table. Are we on Open Table?
Yes, we're on Open Table, but just call us direct. Look, it's just like Instagram. Anytime you use another company to do something for you, they're charging me for it. So
okay. So don't go to Open Table.
Open Table just got $900 from you.
Don't go to Open Table. Call in, make your reservation.
I'll put you in manually.
And for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know till you said it earlier when speaking to Hakeem. Shout out to Hakeem, one of our most faithful patrons. And you guys, I keep saying our, but it's not my restaurant. Just so you know. He comes in all the time, but the bar is open. I miss sitting at the bar in restaurants. I really do. There's so much excitement when you're talking to the mixologist and people are sitting there.
It's kind of, it's slow. It's like slow. Like people they don't know yet. We've just kind of been so busy just trying to get ready. We haven't really been pumping it. But yes, the bar is definitely open. We definitely got a lot of new products on the bar from high to low that people should come out and try. And
I want to add something. Shout out to the Candy Shop NYC, who just dropped a commercial for all mothers to use when shopping online. She's a young lady. We need to have her on our show actually. She's from Brooklyn. Lisa, I absolutely love her. I patronized her as well. Her branding is excellent. And she's someone that I think sets a perfect role to climb for people also in her age group as well. And the fact that she knows this branding thing. So if you look at the live, you'll see there's a couple little lines from the candy shop, and she's in there and she's giving people a code to use. You guys, it's a pandemic. I will tell you, but when it comes to mothers, I don't care what's happening in the world. I remember after 9/11, when I lost my job, my brother wasn't working, and my mother canceled Christmas because it was supposed to be a gratitude Christmas where you're only happy for life, right? Because I was working at the Trade Center then. But do you know the only person who got Christmas gifts that year was my mother? You know, your mother always gets a gift. I'm sorry for all you dads out there. I know you have it hard.
All right. We'll be. Listen, that will always be okay, man.
Yeah, we'll holler at y'all next month.
Listen. We got our cross to bear.
Yep.
Men, so we get it.
Oh.
Mommy wins all the time.
What's the young man's name who doesn't like to see me eat on live?
Oh, we're going off right now, so he ain't gonna see you either. But thank you guys. Tuesday was a little rough. You know, my mic was off. We gotta go.
Thank you, Bree.
We'll see you soon. You know, we try to do these things as often as we can.
Yeah, we're gonna start going. We're going live more regularly.
We're gonna start bringing our guests back and doing some fun stuff.
Ooh, this smells so good.
Everybody's vaccinated.
Everybody but you. Wait, I want to let the people on the live see my bub rub fries. You can purchase the seasoning here and beef suya.
And brother Jerry about to get into some political activities to get brother.
I know he's outside.
Brother, our borough president Eric Adams to become our new mayor. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I love Eric Adams.
Dropping some stuff.
I think he's single as well.
And catch y'all next time. Thank you.
Okay, good night. Bye.